You work hard, you play by the rules, you do everything you were told to do. And yet, you still feel like you're just spinning your wheels? You see people around you achieving extraordinary results with seemingly less effort, and you can't help but wonder, what's the secret I'm missing? The truth is, the skills that truly define success and peace of mind aren't taught in school or college. What if I told you that the problem isn't a lack of hard work, but the absence of a mental software that only 1% of the population has bothered to install? There is a set of invisible competencies that govern how we navigate challenges, how we build relationships, and how we create our future. Mastering them isn't just a competitive advantage. It's like playing an entirely different game with rules designed to favor you. In this script, we're going to open the black box. I'm going to hand you the map to develop the skills that will allow you to operate with a level of clarity, focus, and resilience that most people will never experience. Get ready, because what you're about to discover here aren't just tips, but a complete reprogramming that could forever alter the trajectory of your life. Let's start with the foundation, the very thing that separates the amateurs from the professionals in any area of life: internal mastery. Think of self-discipline not as a prison, but as the key that liberates you from your own weaknesses and impulses. It's the force that gets you out of bed when your body is begging for just 5 more minutes. The one that pushes you to the gym on a rainy day. It's the bedrock of everything, the muscle that once strengthened supports all the other victories to come. With discipline in place, we can aim for what truly matters, and that's where focus comes in. Imagine your energy is a laser beam. Scattered, it barely makes a tickle. Concentrated, it cuts through steel. In today's world, with 1,000 notifications pinging every second, having focus is a superpower. Start small. How about using the Pomodoro technique? 25 minutes of intense, uninterrupted work, followed by a 5-minute break. You'll be astonished by the results. And to complete this power trio, we have emotional control. What good is discipline and focus if the first rude driver in traffic or a blunt email throws you completely off balance? It's about understanding that between a stimulus and your response, there is a space. In that space lies your freedom to choose. A book that helped me immensely with this was The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. It teaches you to see problems not as barriers, but as fuel to move forward. Now that you understand that the game begins inside your mind, we need to talk about what happens when the plan goes wrong. And believe me, it will. Resilience is the ability to take a punch, hit the canvas, and still find the strength to get up before the count is over. Failure isn't the end of the road. It's just part of the process. Raw feedback that life gives you. Those who don't get this give up at the first stumble and never get anywhere. But getting up for the sake of getting up is useless if you don't learn the lesson. The pain of failure has a purpose. It forces you to stop and make an honest observation. Instead of wallowing in regret, ask yourself, where did I go wrong? What can I do differently next time? This analysis transforms pain into wisdom, a fall into momentum. It's like a video game. You only beat the level after you understand why the boss defeated you in previous attempts. Every defeat is a valuable tutorial. And the secret to being able to analyze failure instead of despairing is to remain calm under pressure. When chaos breaks loose, most people panic, but the masters of the internal game take a deep breath, activating the emotional control we've already started to build. They know that a frantic mind doesn't find solutions, it only creates more problems. This small-scale training, day by day, prepares you for the great battles, giving you the clarity to see beyond the immediate problem. Alright, you're now fortifying your mind and learning from the hits. It's time to adjust your aim. Most people live their lives chasing immediate rewards, wanting the pot of gold yesterday. But the results that truly transform lives are built with patience, brick by brick. It's the consistency of doing what needs to be done, day after day, even when the results are slow to appear, that separates the dreamers from the achievers. Success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. This journey requires the art of delaying gratification. It's about trading the momentary pleasure of spending money on something trivial for long-term financial security. It's sacrificing a night out with friends for a morning of studying that will secure a better future. It's a daily exercise of saying no to your impulsive self in the name of your future self. At first, it feels like a sacrifice, but over time, you realize it's the best investment you could ever make in yourself. With this mindset, you stop putting out fires and start drawing the map of future. Strategic thinking is exactly that, looking at the entire board, not just the next move. You begin to anticipate moves, prepare for challenges, and position your pieces for a victory down the road. It's a process that requires observation and adaptability, as the initial plan rarely survives contact with the battlefield, but having a clear direction prevents you from walking in circles. Now that your internal foundation is solid and your vision is clear, we need to refine how you act and interact with the world. The first major skill here is learning to say no. It sounds simple, but it's one of the hardest things to do. We say yes to please others for fear of missing an opportunity or simply out of habit. But every unnecessary yes is a no you're giving to your priorities, to your rest, to your focus. Protecting your energy is your responsibility. Just as important as what you say is what you listen to. In a world where everyone wants to give their opinion, active listening has become a rarity and for that very reason, a source of power. Truly listening, not just waiting for your turn to speak, gives you access to information, perspectives, and opportunities that most people never notice. It allows you to understand what people really want and need, which is the foundation for creating genuine value in any relationship, whether personal or professional. Finally, you are what you consume. And I'm not just talking about food. The news you read, the videos you watch, the people you follow on social media, all of it feeds your mind. If you're stuffing yourself with mental junk, food gossip, useless controversies, and negativity, how can you expect to have a healthy, focused mind? Do a deep clean of your information diet. Unsubscribe from newsletters that add no value, unfollow accounts that bring you down, and trade that wasted time for a good book or a podcast that teaches you something. We've reached the end of this map, but for you, the journey is just beginning. Knowledge by itself is only potential. The real transformation happens when you take one of these ideas and turn it into a habit, into a new way of operating in the real world. The distance between who you are and who you want to be is bridged by your self-discipline and your consistency. So the question that remains is not what you've learned, but what you're going to do with it. What is the first small change you will implement today? Which automatic yes will you finally turn into a no to protect your time and energy? What would your life look like 1 year from now if you dedicated yourself to mastering just one of the skills we've covered here? Remember, the choice to join the 1% is made every single day. If this content brought you value, show your support by leaving a like and share in the comments which skill resonated with you the most. To continue receiving content like this and strengthen our community, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's go on this journey together.